Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the Return of ElsaGate. But before I start, I want to explain how this video is laid out. This video, while a majority of it will be explaining the Return of ElsaGate, will basically be a crash course of ElsaGate as a whole. I wanted to make this video as informative as possible so that it could be shown to someone who has no idea about what ElsaGate is, or even what's popular on the internet now, and they'll still be able to understand how bad this situation is after watching the video. I will do a brief history on the rise of ElsaGate, explain when ElsaGate videos began to pop back up, explain what children's franchises are being exploited by ElsaGate creators, watch some ElsaGate videos, explain what makes a video an ElsaGate video, and what YouTube and parents can do to stop this type of content. Because of the sheer length of this video, I have included timestamps in the description, so if you want to fast forward to a specific topic, feel free to do so. I dove deep down the ElsaGate rabbit hole, so there is a lot to discuss. So, with that being said, let's get started. ElsaGate content began to pop up around 2016. It was around that time that more and more children began to migrate from watching standard television to watching YouTube videos. Content creators on YouTube wanted to take advantage of this, so many started to make shitty children's content so that they could get lots of ad revenue. At least, that's what I believe is what went through their heads initially. It did work as well, as many of these videos got millions of views, and with millions of views comes a big AdSense paycheck. Most of these videos either included cringy live-action people wearing costumes of then-popular children's characters, mainly Spider-Man and Elsa, or cheap flash animations that also used the same popular characters. However, there were a few ElsaGate videos that used higher quality CGI, and some even used claymation. Spider-Man and Elsa were most likely picked to be the main characters for this type of content, as Elsa, the main character from the popular Disney movie Frozen, was massively popular with little girls at the time, where Spider-Man, the Marvel superhero, was also popular with little boys at the time. Using both Spider-Man and Elsa would lure both younger boys and girls into watching the disgusting content. Playing in the background right now is just a few examples of the type of content that was being produced for children. While some of this content was simply cringy antics involving Spider-Man and Elsa, a majority of the content was extremely inappropriate for children. These videos often included different themes and subject matters that the developing minds of children would not be able to comprehend properly. These videos often included violence, gore, sexual themes, fetishes, an ungodly amount of piss and shit, abuse, needles, and the list goes on. This began to make people speculate that there was a hidden agenda in these types of videos. These videos aren't simply cheap, cringy children's cartoons made by someone to make a quick buck. These videos include subject matter that should not be exposed to children, as they wouldn't be able to properly understand what's going on and if what they are watching was okay or not. Some people speculated that these videos were being made to try to normalize things like strange fetishes and abuse. I personally believe that this is the case as well. But all these creators came crashing down in 2017 when YouTube did one of the biggest purges on their site.
YouTube is stepping up its efforts to make its services and its viewing safer for kids, cracking down on videos that are pretending to be family-friendly and deleting some more dangerous content altogether.
They deleted thousands of ElsaGate channels and millions of ElsaGate videos. While this purge for the most part was successful and kept this type of content off YouTube for a while, sometime in between 2020 and 2021, this type of content began to seep back into the mainstreams of YouTube and began being accessible to children again. This brings us to now. Before we get into the return of ElsaGate, I want to quickly talk about a problem with memes and children. Pretty much everyone loves memes, but certain memes are aimed at certain audiences. Some memes are more offensive than others. Some memes are more adult than others. So what happens when a meme that's made for adults gets into the hands of children or children's content creators? Well, to explain that, I'm going to show a clip from Raymundo2112's video, The Disgusting Return of ElsaGate, as he did a good job explaining this particular issue.
What about when something isn't kid-friendly that blows up? What happens then? Well, unfortunately, we've seen that these creators don't give a shit and will make videos on it anyway. Let me introduce you all to Anka the Zone. Zone, or Zontan, is an animator who makes Rule 34 parodies of cartoons. For those who don't know, Rule 34 is the 34th rule of the internet. If it exists, there's no horn of it. Zone's been at it for a long time, corrupting all these different shows. A big example of this being the Teenage Robot parody, which people are unfortunately more familiar with than the original show, which is just really fucked up. Zone was more popular back in the early 2010s, but made a return in 2021 with their video on the Animal Crossing character Anka. Anka's like a little Egyptian pharaoh cat creature, and their video shows her having intercourse along to a song with one of the villager characters. It's gross, it's a parody of something that should be innocent, but there's worse things on the internet. This is very clearly made for adults, not for children, and whether or not it should exist is debatable, but it does. However, it should have stayed for adults. It became a meme. People basically cropped the top of the picture and cut out the graphic elements of it to make it look like the cat was just dancing to the rhythm. This blew up, knowing the context. Haha, it's inappropriate, but now we're like sneaking it in. Really funny. The internet is hilarious. Since this blew up and was profitable to make videos on, some YouTubers took it and started making kids content out of it. Immediately this caused outrage among the people who saw it, who were older and recognized the context. I don't even think I need to explain to you why this is just messed up and wrong on every level. It spread to TikTok, where children, like 12-year-olds, were remaking the dance, while all these channels who spread it just serve to profit more and more and more. It's another just truly disgusting example of what money does to people. The complete lack of respect and morals that comes into this is just awful, and it's hard to believe that it even happened at all. That's the very internet that we're on. Now, at least to me, this example doesn't really seem like the people making the content were trying to groom anyone, or it was made with the same really disturbing intents that other videos may have been in the ElsaGate subgenre. To me, it seems more like just stupid YouTubers seeing that something's popular and making videos for their child audiences, and not really recognizing the effects that they may have and the kind of content that they're leading them towards. At least, that's what helps me sleep at night.
I want to thank Ray for responding to my comments so quickly and allowing me to use that clip in my video. Please go watch his Return of ElsaGate video, and check out his channel after watching this video. Links to both are in the description. Now, with that being said, let's actually get into the Return of ElsaGate. Now you may have noticed that in the thumbnail of this video, there are various different children's cartoon and video game characters in it. That's because all those characters on that thumbnail are victims of being used in ElsaGate content. So, we're going to take a look at each character, well, more specifically, each character's franchise, and see what these ElsaGate creators have done to them. So buckle up, because we're going balls deep down the rabbit hole. Both SpongeBob and Peppa Pig need no introduction. Pretty much everyone knows about these two shows, including people that don't use the internet, because they are popular outside the internet. With that being said, both SpongeBob and Peppa were victims of the original 2016 ElsaGate wave. Unfortunately, because they are both still popular in 2023, modern ElsaGate content is still being made using these characters. I'm going to show a couple of clips from these ElsaGate videos now, but I'm not going to show that many because I don't want to put you guys through the suffering I had to endure watching these videos to make this video. Again, viewer discretion is advised. The content pretty much speaks for itself on what's wrong with it. Those clips you just saw were from videos made for children. Some of these videos, especially the ones that I don't want to even show you guys, made me feel sick and disturbed when I watched them, and this content is being made for kids. As you saw, these clips contain some staples of ElsaGate content, like needles, violence, cheap flash animation, pregnancy, cringy sound effects, and more. I don't understand how children can watch this content and enjoy it. Maybe it's because their favorite characters are in situations they aren't normally in. Either that or it's because kids may be naturally curious about these topics. That might actually be the case, but I'm honestly not sure. But anyways, going back to the thumbnail, you may have noticed that the only cartoon characters in the thumbnail were Peppa and SpongeBob. That's because characters like Spider-Man and Elsa aren't popular anymore. Thus, ElsaGate content is not made with those characters anymore. Pretty much the only popular cartoon characters among children nowadays is Peppa and SpongeBob. Every other popular character in that thumbnail is from video games, because that's what children are interested in now. They don't give a shit about Spider-Man or Elsa anymore. They want content that features Huggy Wuggy, Among Us, and other things that are popular on the internet now. With that being said, the next franchise we're going to look at is almost 10 years old and was popular in the past. However, this franchise recently had a resurgence in popularity, and because of this, more and more ElsaGate content has been being made using this franchise. So, let's get into it. Ah yes, Five Nights at Freddy's. For those of you who don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF for short, is a popular indie horror game franchise made by indie game developer Scott Cawthon. These games pretty much all follow the same plot. The player gets a night job at a Fazbear location, and each location has possessed animatronics that try to kill the player. The player's job is to keep the animatronics from killing them and surviving until 6 AM for 5 nights. That's pretty much the gist of it. These games exploded in popularity back when they came out years ago, and because of the movie adaptation coming out earlier this year, the franchise has had a resurgence in popularity. Because FNAF is a family-friendly franchise with tons of younger fans, it's no stranger to ElsaGate content. Of course, you got your typical low-budget animations, as well as some that were made in what seems to be Source Filmmaker. Source Filmmaker, for those of you who don't know, is fairly old 3D animation software that runs off the same source engine that game developer Valve uses to make their games. Because Source Filmmaker is the exact same software that Valve uses to make cutscenes in their games, animations can look very high quality and well done using this software. However, ElsaGate creators take advantage of this and use high quality, community-made models of different game characters, mainly FNAF, to make high quality ElsaGate FNAF videos. Now, when I say high quality, I mean the animation itself looks good compared to the cheap flash animation that other creators use. I'm not talking about the subject matter or the actual content itself. That's still terrible and low quality. Animation can look good and even stunning, yet still be terrible in terms of subject matter and or plot. Just look at modern Disney. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these videos, shall we? Now, it may seem that I'm not explaining these videos in depth, and that's because I'm not. I believe these videos pretty much speak for themselves with how awful they are and what's wrong with them. But anyways, that was just content that shows up when you search FNAF on YouTube. If you search up the names of specific characters, that opens up a whole new can of worms. But before we do that, let me explain why I did it. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, I went on YouTube for the first time. Now, since I was a 5 or 6 year old kid, I just typed some things that I liked into the search bar. Most of those things were characters from TV shows and movies I liked as a kid. One of my earliest YouTube memories was typing in SpongeBob into the YouTube search bar, trying to find some SpongeBob content, and I did. I found various clips of SpongeBob from various different episodes. However, had I been a kid in 2016 or even today and did that, I would have gotten way different search results. So, knowing that kids search up their favorite characters on YouTube, I decided to search up the 2 FNAF characters that I believed would have the worst ElsaGate content imaginable made with them. Toy Chica and Roxanne Wolf, and I was appalled at what showed up when I hit enter. Now, because of the 34th rule of the internet, and the fact that Toy Chica and Roxanne Wolf are the most sexualized characters in the entire FNAF franchise, I knew that the search results would probably have some questionable content. However, I was not expecting content this horrible to be on YouTube, and so easily accessible at that. All these videos I clicked on weren't even age restricted, even though I believe most of them should be, especially since I had to censor a lot of what was shown in these videos. Now, some of you might be thinking, what if the videos you watched were parodies that were made for adults and not for kids? And while yes, that is a valid point, I don't think that's the case. Let me explain why. If people wanted to make content for adults and didn't want kids to see it, they'd put it on websites that have an adult user base and kids don't use. Or at least I hope they don't use. I'm pretty sure half the damn user base of YouTube is under the age of 12. And the people that made this content should know that. They should also know that since they're using FNAF characters with these very risque thumbnails, that curious kids would be intrigued and click on these videos. And finally, if they did intend for these videos to be viewed by adults only, they would have manually age restricted them when they were uploaded, or at the very least put a warning in the video or description stating that it's a video or parody for mature audiences. Considering that the people that made these videos didn't do any of these things, I highly doubt that these videos had adults as the intended audience. But if you really wanted to, you could give these creators the benefit of the doubt. However, the next channel I'm about to show has almost 5 million subscribers, and 100% has children as their intended audience. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to a channel by the name of ZAMination. ZAMination is a YouTube channel that makes animated Minecraft videos, mainly featuring FNAF characters as the main characters. Characters from other popular video game franchises also make appearances, but we'll come back to them a little later. The videos are usually animated music videos or short animated skits compiled into a 30-minute long compilation, mainly with a clickbait title and thumbnail that has nothing to do with the actual content of the video. The titles of many of these long videos also fail to mention that these are indeed compilations of shorter videos that don't usually have a connecting plot. Now, I don't know what software is used to make these animations, but the animation itself looks fluid and well made. However, I can't say the same about the plot and subject matters of these videos. I'm going to play a clip from this video right here, but I'm going to warn you, in addition to the usual warnings of ElsaGate, this clip, as well as the rest of the clips in the entire compilation, are extremely cringy. If you don't want to deal with the cringe, skip ahead about 1 minute and 45 seconds when the animation starts to play. Now that you've been warned, let's play the clip.
Well, that's peculiar.
Any of you boys order some KFC?
Father, forgive me, for I'm about to make some finger-licking bad choices.
Roxy! You're forgetting that you already got yourself some spicy chicken right here. You can't possibly tell me that she's more attractive than I am.
Now, Chica, I like to consider myself an honest fox. And I'd be lying if I said that Toy Chica wasn't looking like a big old snack right now.
Come on, Foxy. Think of the children. She shouldn't be wearing such an indecent outfit in a family establishment.
The fox literally isn't wearing a shirt. And you're wearing nothing but a bib, sweetheart. And those two are straight up naked.
Pluck, she's right.
Aye, there's only one way to know for sure if Toy Chica be the one for me. Lass, out of the following options, which do ye prefer? A. Shopping with your girly girlfriends at the outlet mall. B. Browsing Pinterest for hours looking for new shoes that you can't even afford. Or C. Pillaging and plundering putrid scallywags with the hearty crew.
I got them all. No question. Pirate crap is so lame.
Say hello to Davy Jones for me, lass. Pinterest also would have been an acceptable answer.
Foxy, you killed her!
Quit your worrying. She isn't dead.
You're not just saying that because this is a kids show, right?
I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but this clip once again speaks for itself. Also, if you did skip ahead or didn't notice, the character Chica mentioned something in this clip that stuck out to me. Let's play that short section again.
Foxy, you killed her!
Quit your worrying. She isn't dead.
You're not just saying that because this is a kids show, right?
The creators of this content mentioned that this is made for kids.
You're not just saying that because this is a kids show, right?
They are fully aware they are making this garbage for kids.
You're not just saying that because this is a kids show, right?
Yeah, I'll try to be objective about the animation. Okay.
Well, that's peculiar.
Any of you boys order some KFC?
Father, forgive me, for I...
This is a kid show?
Not that anyone over the age of 10 would actually watch this content, but still, they admit they make it for kids.
Who in Parappa's name is that?
What is this? Some sort of Squid Game?
Yeah, kids should not be watching this content. While I myself don't believe it's as bad as some of the other ElsaGate content out there, it's still mass-produced garbage that uses popular kids' characters with questionable subject matter and plots. It's nothing content. Actually, quick side note, nothing content, also known as brain-dead content, and ElsaGate go hand in hand. Nothing content, while not as bad as pure ElsaGate content, is content with no actual entertainment value for anyone. 3 a.m. videos, kids' reaction videos, and videos that always have this face in the thumbnail are all nothing content with no real reason to exist other than to make money off children that watch it, because, in reality, children are the only ones that actually watch this nothing content. But anyways, back to FNAF, this still isn't the worst of it. Oh no. This is the last thing that's FNAF related I'll talk about before moving on to the next franchise, but I want to show an absolutely god-awful Minecraft FNAF animation I stumbled upon while doing my research for this video. Just play the clip.
Shush, hush, blush, blush, blush.
You are now my big fat crush.
I'm single as I can be. You're single, perfect for me. I'm gonna give you a bunch of reasons why you should date me. Reason number 1, I'm super high. Reason number 2, she's super nah. Reason number 3, I'm all you got, and all you got is someone hot. Boy, check my resume. You want a background check? Okay. First name hot and last name bitch. Wanna get with me now? That's a sitch. You think I'm trash? Oh no, I'm class. And I got a big fat ass, and all I gotta say is please date me because I'm single. S-I-N-G-L-E, love me, and hug me, and touch me, and, well...
What the actual fuck? Why? I don't even know what to say. You can't tell me that this weird shit is not made for kids. It's a Minecraft animation with FNAF characters. And even though it's a Minecraft animation, I had to censor Minecraft ass. Minecraft ass. Worst of all, you can't really tell because I censored it, but they gave the character jiggle physics. Why? Why? Kids don't need to see this shit. And there's more videos just like this. This is the type of content that makes me question the motives behind the creators of these videos. Now thankfully, it seems like whoever made the original video has deleted it, as I cannot find the original video nor creator. But re-uploads of this specific video are still fairly easy to find, hence why I'm showing it here. But damn man, I don't know who originally made that video, but if you do, please let me know in the comments. I don't even know what else to say. The video pretty much speaks for itself. This is the type of content that pisses me off to no end. And more content very similar to this is made using other franchises that I will get into in this video. So look forward to that. Anyways, we'll come back to ZAMination in a bit, because they use way more than just FNAF characters. Actually, they'll be brought up multiple times throughout this video, as they have used almost every kids franchise that is currently popular right now in their videos. But for now, I need to explain something that I just now realized I should have explained earlier in the video, but hey, better late than never. Before we continue on to the next franchise, I wanted to explain what clickbait is, as a lot of ElsaGate content uses it. Clickbait is when a video has an interesting, shocking, or obscene title and/or thumbnail in order to get people to click on the video, but the actual content of the video does not match what the title or thumbnail suggested. In terms of ElsaGate, this can be either good or bad. Sometimes the content of the video is nowhere near as bad as the title or thumbnail made it seem, which is good. But sometimes the content of the video is just as bad, if not worse, than the thumbnail or title suggested, which is bad. Even though there are many examples of clickbait throughout this video, I want to highlight a specific video real quick. Going back to FNAF for a second, remember this video? Yeah, it's clickbait. I suffered through the entire video and not once did Toy Chica fall in love with anyone. Also, even though the thumbnail suggests Toy Chica falls in love with Huggy Wuggy, she doesn't. Matter of fact, Toy Chica and Huggy Wuggy never even meet in the video. It's all just clickbait to get kids to watch the entire video, waiting for Toy Chica to meet Huggy Wuggy, but they'll never see it, because it never happens. So, whenever you see a thumbnail for a video and don't watch it, just remember, there's a chance it could be better or worse than what the thumbnail portrays. Although I myself hope a lot of the video thumbnails I showed in this video aren't as bad as they seem, I have a feeling it's the exact opposite. However, I don't think my sanity can take any more ElsaGate content right now, as the amount I watched in order to make this video has already done a toll on me. I don't think I can take much more. If any other brave soul out there wants to find out whether or not these videos that I didn't have the heart to watch are as bad as they seem, feel free to do so. If you do decide to put yourself through that torture, please let me know what your results were in the comments. Anyway, now that I have explained what clickbait is, I think it's time to talk about the next franchise that has been taken over by ElsaGate, and in my opinion, I believe this one has been abused the worst by ElsaGate creators. Oh boy, Poppy Playtime. For those who don't know, Poppy Playtime is a fairly new indie horror game produced by indie developer Mob Entertainment. The player's goal in this game is to investigate an abandoned toy factory that they used to work at. The player has to solve puzzles and use items in order to progress. They also have to avoid and/or fight certain enemies. The enemies are sentient toys that were made in the factory, with the three most popular being Mommy Longlegs, Kissy Missy, and of course Huggy Wuggy. The game was released in October 2021 and became an instant hit online, becoming extremely popular, especially among kids. Because of this, many YouTubers began to take advantage of Poppy Playtime's success and, you guessed it, make ElsaGate and nothing content. Of course, you got your usual suspects of ElsaGate content, which I'm not going to show much of because I think we had enough of that type of content with the previous few franchises. However, you are not ready for what I'm about to tell you. Did you know that the creators of Poppy Playtime actively make ElsaGate content using their characters? I bet you probably didn't, as I didn't know either until doing research on the game and the creators. When I saw that, my jaw hit the friggin' floor. It's one thing to have something of yours go popular and have ElsaGate content made with it. It's a whole nother thing to actively participate in making ElsaGate content. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what channel does the creators of Poppy Playtime make ElsaGate content on? Well, there's actually 2 channels that they upload content on. Enchanted Mob and ZAMination. Yup! That cringy Minecraft FNAF animation I showed earlier was actually made by the creators of Poppy Playtime. I bet it makes a lot more sense now why they put Huggy Wuggy in the video's thumbnail. They're using the popularity of FNAF and their own game to push their shitty content and even their merch line. By the way, did you know that Poppy Playtime merch is now being sold in physical stores like Walmart and Hot Topic? I shit you not, I was just at both stores recently and saw Huggy Wuggy plushes being sold there. So yeah, it seems that ElsaGate is even spreading beyond the realms of YouTube. But back to the content. While I still find it insane that the creators of Poppy Playtime make ElsaGate content using their own creations, the videos they make don't even compare to the videos from the next creator here. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the YouTube channel, Kissy Show. This channel has some of the most cringy, disgusting, bottom of the barrel content I have seen in years. Again, broken record, but these videos speak for themselves. Even worse, because these videos are shorts, they can be played in an infinite loop. Because of this, it can sometimes be difficult to tell when one of these shorts actually ends. Now, I'm sure you have noticed that a lot of these shorts revolve around piss and shit. Like, why? What are they trying to push on kids here? Quick side rant here. What's with piss and shit related things being pushed to kids? It's not just YouTube, there's weird shit, no pun intended, in the real world that's being made for kids, with the worst example being toys, where the purpose of the toy is to make it shit and then play with its shit. Like, why? And on top of it, I don't see how children would be entertained by these toys, but they're all sold out, so they must be popular.
Today I found a toy called the Poopsie Slime Surprise Unicorn, and it's not like I'm going around shopping for children's toys or anything. I'm not like raiding Toys R Us dumpsters or anything. I saw this music video for it called the Poopsie Slime Surprise Unicorn music video, whatever, and it turns out the toy is all about feeding a unicorn some like water, glitter, and powder until you shake it up enough and set it on a toilet for it to take a shit. That's all. The entire purpose of the toy is to watch it take a shit and then play with its shit, the little slime in the toilet bowl. It's wild. Like, why is that a toy? Who's making these toys? Aliens? Oh, humans take a shit at least once a day. They'd probably like to play with some of it, right? Let's go ahead and make a toy for that. It makes no sense. Like, that's all you do. You just watch a unicorn take a shit. And it takes like 15 minutes to get the whole procedure going. It's like a real chemical reaction that you have to set up. It's so boring. It's so unfun. It's so weird. It's like trying to promote a scat fetish to kids. I don't understand it at all.
Alright, poopsie slime surprise. My poops, my poops, my poops. What you gonna do with all that poop? All that poop? Yeah, woo, woo. I'm a poop, 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 poop. Oh yeah, gonna get loopy off my poopy.
So yeah, I think this goes without saying, but this is probably the worst toy I've ever seen. And I actually can't imagine a more unfun toy for anyone of any age. This shit fucking sucks. Setting aside, like, the scat fetish undertones, what the fuck is the fun here? You spend, like, an entire day getting this unicorn to shit into a toilet bowl so you can play with its slime. Like, it's dumb. It's fucking stupid. There's great evil afoot in the toy industry. A scat fetish demon has infiltrated the highest levels of children's toys development, creating yet another baffling monstrosity. Last week I talked about the Poopsie Slime Surprise Unicorn, the unicorn that goatsies itself and takes a shit on a toilet. Well, it turns out that's not the only shitting children's toy. A few days ago I was made aware of this little bundle of sin called Gotta Go Flamingo, which is a flamingo that sings and takes a shit. Of course I wanted to purchase one of these collector's items for myself, but Matt was unable to find it at Walmart or Target, whether it's because they were sold out or just didn't stock it, I don't know. But going off historical data with the Poopsie Slime Surprise unicorns literally flying off the fucking shelves, I'm just going to assume the flamingos sold out as well. I don't know what it is with kids right now. I guess they just absolutely love shit. I don't know who's even making these toys for them. It's like if Quentin Tarantino started making children's toys all based around feet and like massaging feet. I don't really get it.
It's gotta go flamingo. Uh-oh, gotta go. Uh-oh, gotta go. He talks. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. He eats. And he poops. Uh-oh, gotta go. Quick, the toilet. Gotta go. Then pour, feed, and poop again. Gotta go.
How popular are shitting toys? How the fuck is this the only Poopsie they had left is the singing one? They don't actually have the shitting one. I feel like this would be the one kids would want. Something that like sings and jingles keys. Not just shits. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either, Charlie. I don't know if people are just trying to normalize scat fetishes using these toys, or if they're simply stupid ideas that happen to be greenlit. But anyways, side ran over. Back to the cancer that is Kissy Show. Remember earlier when I mentioned that creators that make this content should put a warning if it's not made for children? Well, in Kissy Show's channel description, they mention that the content they produce is not for anyone under the age of 13. However, this is clearly a fucking lie, because if you actually watch these videos, you would immediately see that anyone that's 13 or older would not watch this shit. This shit is clearly made for kids. Fast-paced actions, gross humor, cringy sound effects, cringy video effects, plots that don't make a lick of sense, and worst of all, extremely sexual undertones. All these elements are staples of ElsaGate content, and Kissy Show has every single one of them. That's not all that Poppy Playtime has to offer though. I want to show one more short I found that features Huggy Wuggy. Take a look. Doesn't that dance look familiar? You know, when Poppy Playtime first came out, I thought it had potential and had the ability to become a great franchise. But it seems that the creators of the game are more interested in exploiting the interests of children for money than simply making a good game, and that saddens me. After learning that the channels Enchanted Mob and ZAMination are ran by the creators of Poppy Playtime, I actually uninstalled Poppy Playtime from my computer and deleted it from my Steam library. I have no hope for the future of the franchise, and I don't even want to support the creators anymore after learning about this. But, with that being said, I think we're done with Poppy Playtime. It's time to move on to the next franchise, which unfortunately may have the most ElsaGate content created using it. While I believe Minecraft may need no introduction, because it's mostly popular on the internet, I'll still explain what Minecraft is. Minecraft is an open-world sandbox video game where the player can pretty much do whatever they want. In the game's creative mode, players are given an unlimited amount of resources and have the ability to let their imaginations run wild and build whatever they want. Whether it be a real-life building like a Walmart, or a fictional building like the Krusty Krab. The possibilities are seemingly endless in Minecraft. Because of the game's simplistic art style, consisting of only blocks, and ease of use, players of all ages can enjoy Minecraft. Although, it is mostly popular with children. Once again, because it is popular with children, a shit ton of garbage content is made using Minecraft. Actually, you've seen some of this Minecraft content in earlier sections of this video. And that's because people like to take franchises that already exist and put them in Minecraft, like SpongeBob, FNAF, and Poppy Playtime. I don't know why, but they do. But we've already seen some of those animations. I want to focus on Minecraft-only videos that don't seem to be linked to any other franchise in this section. So with that being said, let's jump right into the awfulness that is Minecraft Monster School. Minecraft Monster School is a popular subgenre of Minecraft animations on YouTube, often garnering millions, if not hundreds of millions of views on YouTube. And it is some of the most brain-dead, mind-numbing, nothing content on YouTube. Most of these Monster School videos have nonsensical plots that often revolve around what's popular at the time. bottle flips, Baldi's Basics, Squid Game, you get it. These videos often get a bit subjective and suffer from the clickbait syndrome, but overall, in my experience, aren't anywhere near as bad as the FNAF and Poppy Playtime content I saw, as it's more mind-numbing than anything. However, while Monster School surprisingly wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, I've found some Minecraft videos that shouldn't even exist, let alone be on YouTube available to children. Just why? What the fuck? Just why? Why? Why do these Minecraft characters, which keep in mind the entire game is made of blocks, why are these characters given round boobs that fucking jiggle? And this isn't the only video, oh no. There's more just like it all over YouTube, and these videos are borderline pornography, just with Minecraft characters instead of people. These videos have got to be made with grooming children in mind, because no sane individual would watch this shit and actually think it's erotic. I personally believe that some sick fucks are making these videos in an attempt to get children interested in sexual acts, as they know curious children will watch these because, oh, it's Minecraft with big boobies. They know kids will watch these videos and possibly imitate what they see in real life. It's so sick and twisted, and it pisses me off beyond belief. So let's take a look at one last video before we move on to the next franchise. Oh my god, that one was terrible. The final Minecraft video we're going to watch is titled Realistic Minecraft Villager Gives Birth. What? So, I assume the video is titled Realistic because it's real hands green screened in the Minecraft gameplay. But anyways, the gist of the video is a Minecraft character is pregnant. The real hands doctor guy, or whatever the hell, does a pregnancy test with the character's piss. Oh god, here we go with the piss again. And it's confirmed that the character is pregnant. And then the doctor drinks the fucking piss. Why? I don't know, man. But later on, the character goes to give birth and... Oh! Why? I can't take this. Kids do not need to see this shit. I'm ending that video there. I think we've seen enough. But anyways, why did I show this video specifically? Well, it's because it was uploaded 6 years ago. And it's still up on YouTube, with no age restriction, available for anyone to watch. This video was uploaded during the first wave of ElsaGate, and was never taken down, even with the big ElsaGate purge of 2017. That just goes to show that YouTube wasn't that thorough during that purge. But I think we're done with Minecraft itself for now. Even though we're certainly going to see more Minecraft animations later, but let's just get straight into the next franchise. I'm mashing the last few games together here, as there's not really much content made with these characters that stands out from the rest, like ZAMination or Kissy Show. However, there's still enough ElsaGate content to warrant mentioning them here. Among Us, Baldi's Basics, Garten of BanBan, and Scary Teacher 3D are all used in ElsaGate content, often with them all being used together in videos. So, to quickly explain what each of these games are, Among Us is a popular online multiplayer game that really rose in popularity in 2020. Because of the game's simplistic art style, easy to understand gameplay, and the fact that it's free on the App Store and Google Play Store, the game became an instant hit with children. Similarly, Baldi's Basics is a mascot horror game that was released in 2018. The game was made with the intent on making fun of other mascot horror like FNAF, but became an instant success upon release. Because of its relatively tame horror elements, and the fact that it was free upon release for both PC and mobile platforms, Baldi's Basics also became a hit among children. Meanwhile, Garten of BanBan, a fairly new mascot horror game not so different from Poppy Playtime, was released at the beginning of 2023. Because the game is only around 20 minutes long, free on PC and mobile, and is pretty similar to Poppy Playtime, this game also became popular among children. Finally, Scary Teacher 3D, while not nearly as popular as the other 3 games here, is popular enough to have ElsaGate content made with it, so I'll mention it. Scary Teacher 3D is a free-to-play mobile game on iOS and Android. Actually, due to it being free, I was going to download it on my phone to screen record some gameplay for the background here, but the game is 2.3 gigabytes on the App Store. Why? Anyway, the game is relatively popular with kids as the horror elements seem to be in line with other horror games like Baldi's Basics and Hello Neighbor. But I actually think that ElsaGate content featuring Scary Teacher 3D is more popular than the game itself. But anyway, now that all these games have been explained, it's time to show off some ElsaGate content featuring these characters. Hooray! Yup, it's just the usual, nothing really to write home about. But I did want to mention something that I thought was disturbing while researching some of these videos. As you may have noticed, a lot of the videos shown throughout this video features characters from a TV show I have not discussed yet, and that is Squid Game. Squid Game, for those who don't know, is a popular show on Netflix. The premise of the show is that the contestants in this Squid Game are in serious financial hardship. Because of this, over 400 contestants compete against each other in a series of deadly mini-games in an attempt to win the grand prize, which is a bunch of money. Now, because this show is rated TV-MA and has an abundance of blood and gore, it is not a children's show in the slightest. However, it became popular on the internet, and, as Raymundo said, when something becomes popular on the internet, these content creators don't give a shit if it's for kids or not. They'll make kids content using it because it's popular. The same thing happened with Squid Game. There are tons of quote-unquote children's Squid Game videos on YouTube, featuring characters from family-friendly franchises like SpongeBob, FNAF, and Among Us competing in these different Squid Game challenges. It's sick, it's disturbing, and it's just not okay. A lot of children's content creators exploit the popularity of something for financial gain, whether the popular thing be for kids or not. We saw what these creators did with that Anka meme. They don't care. As long as they're making money, they'll continue to do it. And YouTube doesn't care because they make money from it as well. It's sad, but it's time to move on to the next topic. I've covered pretty much every video game that's currently popular right now, and the ElsaGate content surrounding it. However, the next thing we're going to look at, while not a video game, has become insanely popular in the past few months on YouTube Shorts, especially among children.
My style is ridiculous.
Oh boy, where to begin with this one? Well, I guess I'll start with explaining what the hell Skibidi Toilet is. Skibidi Toilet is a YouTube Shorts web series created by the YouTuber DaFuckBoom. DaFuckBoom uses the program Source Filmmaker to make his animations, and has been ever since his first upload about 6 years ago. Some of his older videos had a small amount of popularity, gaining a few million views each video, but DaFuckBoom would explode in popularity in February of 2023, when he released the first Skibidi Toilet YouTube short. It blew up into what it is today, and currently has over 60 episodes in the series. The storyline of the series didn't really form until after the first few episodes, when the storyline of a war between the toilets with human heads and the humanoid characters with devices for heads began. Now, contrary to popular belief, I don't believe Skibidi Toilet in itself is that bad. I personally think it's just the start of a new wave of Source Filmmaker humor, not that different from older Source Filmmaker videos like Shrexophone and We Like to Party. I actually watched every episode of Skibidi Toilet, and while yes it's pretty stupid and off the walls, I thought the plot and storyline was interesting enough. It definitely has a more interesting storyline and plot than most modern Disney movies. But anyway, because Skibidi Toilet became popular among children, mainly Generation Alpha, and many of the original Skibidi Toilet videos have over 100 million views, of course content creators were going to take advantage of Skibidi Toilet's popularity. It wasn't long after Skibidi Toilet became popular that low-quality content farm ElsaGate content began to pop up. Of course, you got your usual suspects, but things truly started to take a turn for the worst when the TV women characters were introduced to the series. Of course, because the internet will be the internet, people began sexualizing these TV women characters, and, of course, put this content on YouTube where children were free to watch it without any age restriction whatsoever. However, just like the last bunch of games, I haven't found a specific channel that I could highlight that produces Skibidi Toilet ElsaGate content, so that's good, I guess. But oh boy, do I have a channel to highlight for the next and final franchise we're going to take a look at in this video. So, without any further ado, let's move on to the last franchise that we'll be discussing in this video. Finally, we're going to talk about the most recent victim of ElsaGate, and that is The Amazing Digital Circus. The Amazing Digital Circus is a psychological, dark comedy produced by indie animation studio Glitch Productions in partnership with Gooseworks. The show follows the 6 main characters, who are humans that are trapped inside a circus-themed video game, hence the name Digital Circus. In the pilot, Pomni, the main character of the episode, becomes trapped in the Digital Circus for the first time. For the entirety of the episode, Pomni tries to escape back to the real world, but ultimately fails. She also interacts with some of the other characters, like Jax, Kinger, and Ragatha. As this show is fairly new, I'm not going to say much more, as I don't want to give away that many spoilers. But the pilot episode is available on YouTube for free if you want to watch it for yourself. I personally enjoyed it, and I believe that the show itself shows that indie animation has some true potential. But we're not here to talk about that. You know what we're here for. The Amazing Digital Circus exploded in popularity upon its release, with the pilot episode currently sitting at over 200 million views only 2 months after being released. Because of its popularity, we all know what happened to it. Yup, ElsaGate and nothing content, and a shit ton of it at that. I am honestly baffled at how fast these creators work to hop on the popularity of something new. It's friggin' scary. And again, even though The Amazing Digital Circus is not a kids show, we have another Squid Game situation on our hands. Something becomes popular, whether it's for kids or not, kids content creators milk its popularity as much as they friggin' can. Of course, we got our typical flash animated, low quality ElsaGate content farm videos, but we've seen enough of those in this video. I wanted to highlight a specific channel I found while researching ElsaGate content, and it has some of the most disgusting, disturbing, on-the-nose thumbnails and titles I've ever seen on YouTube. The channel in question goes by the name of Cougar McDowell VA. Now, you may recognize this channel from a bit earlier in this video, specifically during the FNAF section, where I showed a clip from one of his FNAF videos and several of his FNAF related video thumbnails. The channel's description has the owner claiming to be a voice actor that does comic dubs. However, with videos and thumbnails like these, I don't think these are just comic dubs. His older videos mainly revolve around FNAF related stuff. However, a few weeks ago, he started to shift from FNAF related content to The Amazing Digital Circus, as that's now the new popular thing online. And oh my god, I don't even think I can show the thumbnails to a lot of these videos. They're actually worse than the FNAF ones I had to censor earlier in the video. I won't show these thumbnails, as I think my video would get in trouble for showing them. However, if you do want to see just how bad these thumbnails are, even though I highly recommend you don't, you can go to this channel's page and look at them. Just remember a wise piece of advice I heard in the past. You can't unsee something. I will, however, show some of the titles of these videos, as they're just as bad, if not worse, than the thumbnails. I don't even want to read these titles out loud, because I feel disgusted just reading them, let alone saying them. They literally look like titles that would be on videos from a certain different website, with on-the-nose censoring to get around YouTube's content filter. Now, besides a few of the FNAF videos, I did not watch any of these amazing digital circus videos from this guy, because if the FNAF videos are any indication on how these videos will be, I can't watch any more of that without going insane. I'm sorry, I just can't. So there's a chance they might be clickbait. However, I am unable to confirm nor deny whether these videos are as bad as they seem. Just like I said earlier, if any other brave soul wants to determine whether these videos are clickbait or not, feel free to do so. But just be prepared for what you may see. And again, if you do decide to find out, please let me know what the results were. Now, you may be wondering, is this channel actually an ElsaGate channel, or just something from the weird side of YouTube? And while I'm not 100% certain, I myself personally believe it is an ElsaGate channel, hence why I'm featuring it in this video. However, I believe it's an ElsaGate channel, as while you could say the amazing digital circus content is aimed for adults, the aforementioned FNAF videos are certainly not. I honestly felt so uncomfortable watching those few videos earlier that I stopped after I believe the third one. And finally, the main reason I believe this is an ElsaGate channel is that it doesn't have any warnings or disclaimers whatsoever that this content is made for mature audiences. No age restriction, nothing in the description of the channels or videos, no warnings at the beginning of the videos, nada. Absolutely nothing. From what I've seen, it looks like this content belongs on one of these websites and not YouTube. So, while I personally believe that this channel is an ElsaGate channel, others may not. But whatever, ElsaGate seems to be a pretty subjective topic anyways. And keep in mind, I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I'll mention it now. I'm not saying that every video on YouTube needs to be appropriate for children. That'd be stupid. I'm merely saying that content with adults as the intended audience should take the necessary precautions to deter children from watching their videos. It's as simple as a warning at the beginning of the video or the top of a description, but these creators don't do it, which is what leads me to believe that channels like this are ElsaGate channels. With that being said, we're done looking at ElsaGate content and channels for now. Let's move on to what I believe is the real reason why ElsaGate content is made. I believe that there are two main reasons why ElsaGate content is made. The first reason, profit. It's simple. Something on the internet blows up and becomes popular with kids, so content creators jump on the bandwagon and pump out content featuring the new popular thing. This is called content farming, creating content with the sole reason being profit and views from popularity. The second reason is much more sinister. Child predators use the popularity of these franchises to make content that can groom children into thinking that the subject matter shown in these videos is normal and okay to do. Whether it be abuse, needles, sexual acts, scat and foot fetishes, it doesn't matter. It still falls under trying to normalize very disgusting and disturbing things. And these predators make this content using kids' characters because kids love these characters and will watch content featuring said characters. If kids see Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy shitting everywhere and playing with it, they'll be more convinced that it's normal because kids are very impressionable. It's sick and perverted, and we don't even know the effects that this type of content will have on the children that watch it. However, we do know that short-form content has affected the attention span of many, mainly children, but that's a video for another day. Anyway, there are a couple of comments out there on YouTube and Reddit that have victims of the original ElsaGate wave claiming to have developed fetishes like scat and pregnancy fetishes from watching the original ElsaGate content. If those people aren't lying and are telling the truth, then we can expect the children consuming this content now will grow up to develop similar fetishes and have issues maturing in the future. Some people even mention that this type of content has led them to be hypersexual and porn addicted, which is an absolutely terrible thing to see, as porn addiction is a real problem that can be difficult to fix. Wow. Just saying all this has me both angry and depressed at the same time. So, before I get even more angry or depressed thinking about this second reason, let's move on and discuss what YouTube is actually doing about this type of content. The answer is nothing. YouTube doesn't give a shit about this content being on the platform. Why? Because it makes them money. You saw how many views and subscribers the channels I showed had. Matter of fact, YouTube actually promotes ElsaGate content. Don't believe me? Go to the search bar of YouTube and type in anything that's currently popular or a popular character's name and look at the autocomplete results. If you dare, go one step further and click those autocomplete results and see what pops up. It's absolutely terrible, but YouTube doesn't care because they make a lot of money from these videos, as well as the creators behind these videos. Because of this, I strongly believe that YouTube won't do dick about this content. The only way I believe YouTube would actually do something about this content is if advertisers start pulling their ads from YouTube like they did back in 2017. Because if we take a look at the original ElsaGate problem in 2017, YouTube didn't do anything about those channels or videos either until advertisers start pulling their ads from the site. YouTube doesn't care about the safety of children. They don't care about the trauma that could be inflicted on children consuming this content. They don't care that children are being groomed using this type of content. They only care about making a profit. If they're making money off the content, it doesn't matter what it contains. They don't care. And that absolutely pisses me off. However, since YouTube ain't doing anything about this content, that leaves one more option. That's ultimately the best option that should be taken.
What is up, you guys? I'm Charmix. This video is just kind of a little rant, little message that I want to put out there, specifically to parents. Dear parents, YouTube is not a babysitter. Because of your actions and not looking after what your kids are watching, that single-handedly has done so much damage to YouTube, it's undescribable. You know, YouTube is a site for over 13. YouTube is not a babysitter. It's a freaking website made for people older than 13. But you parents out there just aren't doing a good job of being a parent and expecting other people to be parents for you. You have to be the parent. You don't want your kids watching inappropriate stuff? Well, maybe you don't allow them on to the main YouTube page. That's basically it for this video. I know it wasn't long, but I just wanted to express my feelings towards people out there who probably shouldn't be parents or who probably should know that a website is not a babysitter. But yeah, there we go. Bye-bye.
You know, Charmix is right. YouTube is not a babysitter. Because of the rise of disturbing content being made for children on YouTube, and YouTube not doing dick about it, parents need to start being parents again. However, it seems like nowadays parents don't know how to parent correctly. So let me give some solutions to parents who don't want their children exposed to this content. Solution number 1, simply get rid of YouTube. Delete it from the iPad, delete it from the TV, block it on the computer. Just don't let your kid on YouTube. They may put up a fight and make a big stink about it, but they'll get over it. Instead of YouTube, let them watch something that's actually made for children, like VeggieTales, the older seasons of SpongeBob, the old Disney movies, because the new ones suck, DreamWorks movies, you get it. Let them watch content that is actually regulated and safe for children. Now, solution number 2 is only if for some reason you can't get rid of YouTube. If you can't get rid of YouTube, only let your kid watch YouTube while you're in the room. And don't let them watch it on an iPad or a phone. Make them watch it on the living room TV. That way, if things start to go downhill, or they put on something that isn't what it's seen, you can shut off the content before the kid sees too much. Solution number 3 ties in with solution number 2. Sign into a Google account on the living room TV and create a playlist with videos you absolutely know are safe for your kid to watch, and only let them watch the videos in that playlist, again, while you're in the same room as them. Don't ever, with any of these solutions, let your child watch YouTube unattended. With that being said, now that we talked about what parents can do about this content, let's talk about what you, the viewer of this video, can do. Unfortunately, there isn't much you and I can do about this, but there are still a few things you can do to at least try to put an end to this content. For starters, when you come across an ElsaGate video or channel, report it. It takes less than a minute to click the button and submit a report. Even though I'm pretty sure YouTube ignores most reports, I have a small bit of hope that they actually take reports a bit seriously and actually do something about these videos and channels. Another thing you can do is don't watch these videos. Now, I know I'm being a bit hypocritical with this one, as I watched a lot of ElsaGate content in order to make this video. However, I used ad block the entire time, so while these creators may have gotten a view off me, they didn't make a single cent from me watching the video. So yeah, if you stumble upon an ElsaGate video, don't watch it. Simply report it and move on. However, only report videos that you know are 100% ElsaGate, as false reports can possibly get your Google account in trouble. Another thing you can do, and this goes for parents too, is don't support these creators. Don't buy their merch, don't watch their videos, and don't donate money to them. Supporting these creators will only make things worse. It doesn't matter how much little Timmy wants a Huggy Wuggy plush or a Lanky Box shirt. Don't buy it. One more thing you could do that's a bit of a stretch, but still could work, is reach out to companies that run ads on YouTube and let them know that their ads are being run next to this type of content. If there's one way to get YouTube to take action against these videos, it's to hit them where it hurts, the wallet. We already know this will work because that's what happened back in 2017. YouTube didn't do anything about the ElsaGate content until advertisers started to pull ads from the site. All of a sudden, YouTube began to take action against those videos and channels.
Coincidence? I think not!
So yeah, if possible, begin reaching out to companies that are having their ads ran alongside this type of content and make them aware of the situation. If we're lucky enough, the end result will be the same as it was in 2017. Unfortunately, that's all I can think of as of right now. If you have any more ideas on what you and I can do, please let me know in the comments. Before I end this video, I want to quickly talk about future videos on this channel. When I created this channel a few weeks ago, I was planning on this being my channel for everything besides Gmod animations, which I upload on my main channel. I was also originally planning on this ElsaGate video being a one-off thing, as I wanted to make a video essay warning people about this giant issue. However, while doing all this research and making this video, I came up with more ideas for potential future videos. A few of those ideas are on screen right now. Now, if you would like to see any of these videos in the future, please let me know. But I must warn you that it might be a while before the next video essay, because this video took a toll on me mentally and physically. I feel like if I do another video on one of these topics right after making this one, I might lose my sanity. So, I apologize in advance, but if I do decide to make another video essay, it probably won't be for a good long while. Other videos that aren't video essays will also be uploaded to this channel, like behind the scenes and stuff like that. But if there are any updates on the topic of ElsaGate, I may make a part 2 at some point in the future, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, with that being said, let's finally end this really long video. Is this the end of ElsaGate? Unfortunately, it's not. However, it is the end of the video, so I wanted to thank you, the viewer, for watching this super long video. I know I'm not a big creator whatsoever, but if I can inform even at least one person about this issue, and even save at least one child from this disgusting content, I consider that a mission accomplished. The ultimate goal of this video is to inform as many people as possible in as much detail as possible so that this issue can become well known and hopefully taken care of in the near future. If you are interested in learning more about ElsaGate and its return, I have linked some videos that I have watched regarding this issue in the description. Some of those videos, believe it or not, go more in depth on some of these topics than I did. So, if you want to learn more about this issue, please watch those videos and support those creators. I want to once again thank Raymundo2112 for responding to my comment and letting me use some clips from his video in mine. His Return of ElsaGate video is what inspired me to dive down the ElsaGate rabbit hole and make my own video. That and the fact that I unfortunately have some personal experience with ElsaGate. However, if it wasn't for his ElsaGate video, I probably would have never made this one. So please, go watch his video, The Disgusting Return of ElsaGate, and check out his other videos. Links to both his ElsaGate video and his channel are in the description. Also, please watch his new video, The Tragedy of Gen Alpha, as he brings up a lot of very good points in that new video. Link to that is in the description as well. Hopefully, in the near future, this type of content will go extinct, but only time will tell. Once again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you are interested in more content like this in the future. Leave a comment down below. Share this video with your friends and family to help spread awareness about this issue. Follow me on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Goodbye for now.